Hi everyone, welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. In today's video, I'm going to be practicing how to draw koalas, and this is a continuation video from the previous video where I learned how to draw caricature koalas using a book by Mark Kisler, and it was, if you are learning how to draw and if you're using this book as well, it was lesson 8. So usually when I do a learning video, after that I will do a practice one. And if you are learning to draw as well, I do highly recommend that you do include a practice session after you've learned to draw something, just to kind of solidify the knowledge, even if it's just once, just to see how well you remember it. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you, because usually when I do a practice session, I will just draw the same thing, or whatever challenge the artist Mark is basically encouraging us to draw. And with koalas, the challenge is basically to draw, bear with me, the challenge is to draw a real-life koala rather than just caricature. So to draw a real-life koala, what I've done is I went into Google and I had a look at any photos, pictures from the real-life koalas, took a screenshot of it. So this is the cute koala, sorry about the reflection there, but this is a picture of the cute koala that I'm going to practice to draw today, using the techniques that I've learned in the previous lesson. So as always, I'm going to be using my sketchbook. I've got a pencil here, sharpener, sharpener, eraser. I did sharpen the pencil already. Lovely. And what I've done is actually I've got a piece of paper here as well, because now I'm learning and developing in my kind of drawing journey and finding out who I am as a beginner artist. I've noticed that because as a left-hander, this is really useful for me to lean on, to make sure that the drawing or the picture on the other side is not being smudged off. So if you are a left-hander, but maybe with the right hand as well, you would need it as well. But it's just I've noticed that whenever I was drawing, I would always end up smudging everything, and if you have a sleeve on as well. So this is another thing that I've remembered to bring with me. Lovely. So let's begin. So if we'll just go to the page where I drew the caricature koalas. And I've specifically actually left half of the page empty here, because I already knew that I'm going to be practicing koala as well. And this is actually an interesting fact as well that I've started noticing. I think I've been learning drawing for about a month now, and I'm definitely getting into a bit of a pattern, kind of what works for me to keep the journey interesting, exciting, kind of balanced, and also feels like I'm still developing as well. Lovely. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so this is the caricature koala that I learned how to draw. Let's use kind of the same technique to try and draw the real life koala. Okay. And also, again, if you are learning how to draw as well, then please feel free to follow along with me, or if you just want to kind of observe, just to see me kind of drawing, applying the techniques, making mistakes, having a laugh on the way, on the way as well. Please feel free to do that as well. But I do hope that this video will help you in any way. All right, so what we'll do is we'll begin by drawing a sphere, and that will be a face. And then we can, so actually let's just begin to create a measurement where the beginning and where the end is. And what I'll do is I will just focus on the head, the ears, and the kind of top part of the body, because that's what we've learned to draw. I'm not gonna at this moment in time, I'm not gonna continue doing the legs and the rest of the body and the arms. So for the time being, let's just keep it nice and simple, not get over ourselves, get ahead of ourselves. So yeah, I'll just focus on that. So, okay, so this will be, so actually the head is more like, it's a little bit flat on the top, and then, so basically we'll do it like that. So it's a bit flat there, and then it kind of goes in a bit on the side. Oh, actually, I've just remembered. So yeah, this is where the paper becomes useful, because I don't want to smudge it. So this is what I'm going to do. So hopefully that will work. So actually, it's a bit like that. It's quite round, but then it does go in like that here. Okay, and then, so this bit is quite flat there. And then we'll draw the cute little ears start from around here. And then probably around here, I'd say. And the reason why I'm drawing these kind of points here is to help me measure, to make sure that the ears are basically aligned, they're parallel to each other. Because what I've not used to notice before, when I didn't know anything about drawing, is that I will draw one side and then I will draw another side, and everything will be uneven. So actually now I'm kind of noticing that by drawing these points on both sides, I'm creating measurements to make sure that everything is aligned. Or trying to anyway. So these are the cute little ears. So we'll just do it like that. So I think that's, yeah, all right. And then they're fluffy, they're actually fluffy here. So actually, wait, so yeah, we'll just focus on that. Again, let's not get ahead of ourselves, because there is a lot going on. So what I've already kind of started remembering is that we need to focus on one thing at a time, because when you're looking at the whole picture, it can become overwhelming. You just want to start doing everything straight away. Let's just focus on one thing at a time, what we've been doing before. So we've done the ears, we've done the head, then I think we're doing the nose. We'll do the nose. So actually it's got a mouth, cute little mouth there, kind of there, and then the nose is here. Interesting looking nose. So again, if we'll just measure where it is kind of completing, so if we'll just do that. Yeah, interesting nose. And then it's got this fluffy bit there. By the way, guys, have you ever drawn koala before? how did you get on? Did you ever draw like a caricature one, or like a real one, or was it from the photo, or did you actually see a real life koala anywhere, maybe in a zoo? And did you happen to have your sketchbook with you and you actually drawn? I'm really interested to know. Put it in the comments. I've never seen a real life koala. I'd love to see, but yeah, it's quite exciting to try and draw it. Okay, so we've got that, and then it's got this bit. It's got this weird bit there. It's kind of like. So I'll just show you what it is that I'm drawing. I'm drawing, oh, excuse me. I'm drawing this bit here. Okay. And then, so we've got the nose, so maybe we'll color it in. We'll leave those bits because they're kind of pink. And then we'll do the eyes. So the eyes are, they're quite close. Probably say here. And then quite close, and they're quite small as well. I think that one's probably like that. Like that. It's looking a bit scary. This one's a little bit darker, this one's a bit lighter because of the light. And we've got those light bits there. I think this one's a little bit up. I'll just show you. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, so we've done the eyes, we've done the nose, the little mouse there. Now we'll just do the little body, like the shoulders. It's actually quite high up. It starts high up, like that there, and then over here, it's kind of there, a little bit roundish. I'll just do it like that. We'll just leave it at that, yeah. Because it's got this little further, look, it's kind of like a hard thingy there. See, I'm already getting ahead of, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. But I do kind of want to draw it at the same time because it's got its little arms there. It's got arms there, and then so fluffy. So its body there, I'd probably say Yeah. Just leave it like that. And then the body there. His leg there. And then like that. So that's the body. I mean, if it was colored in, it would make sense, but we've got the body there as well. That's the arm. So if we'll just continue with the arms, obviously it's not that big, but yeah, and that's the body. Fine, that'll do. Okay. Right, so now we just need to do, I'm just trying to look what is this creation. But anyway, we're practicing. This is more like a caricature thingy from the picture. This is supposedly a real life thing from the photo, okay? This has always been my main challenge, but it's fine. We're learning, we're having fun, we're enjoying, we're taking the mick out of each other, out of ourselves, out of the picture that we've created. It's all good, it's all good. Better than not drawing anything. Okay. So now we're just doing, now we're doing the little ears. So what we need to do is we need to create those little, I can't remember what Mark was calling them. Let me just have a look. So it was helix, concha, and tragus. I still have no idea. I mean, I understand what he means, what he refers to, but I've never heard these words before. So this is what we'll do, because on the photo, you can see them a little bit there, but not much. It's just all pinkish, fluff and things like that. So we'll just do a little bit of that. We'll just do a bit of, because that's pinkish. That's pinkish there. And now the most kind of fun part is to make the koala actually look fluffy. So we'll just do, I mean, at the top, yeah, it's funny because his top of the head is really, really square. It's like a little hedgehog. So yeah, we'll just do that. Just do a little bit of that. It's very, very fine, like fine hairs. But it's literally all over him. So I think that would take a long time to do. But we'll do a little bit, isn't it? Is there like a fast way of doing it? I don't know. Guys, does anybody have any tips? Is there a fast way of doing it? To make his, like, to make it look like he's got hairs, fluff? At the moment it looks like he's got, I don't know. God knows. I don't know. I'm just trying to do it quite quick, just to create a texture. Where's the color over here? But honestly, it's not every day that you draw koalas, right? So new experience every day. So he's got that. Right, I'll continue this in a second. So now the ears, we can make them look a bit fluffy. Now this is more like it. See, this looks more a little bit like fluff. Over here it just looks like he's got like needles or something, or nails, I don't know, all over his face, you know, like from a horror film. Oh dear. I think to do this kind of texture, to draw an animal and really make it look like it's got like a smooth, furry hair, you definitely have to have patience to do it, because your hand as well, it's like, first of all, it gets a little bit boring, then your hand starts to hurt a little bit. Yeah, so you really have to have patience and the desire to do it. So I guess, like I guess this is another thing that you will learn about yourself as a beginner artist. Some people love drawing animals, right? But then for some other people, they prefer drawing like landscapes, for example. I'm just going to turn this around. Like, for example, landscapes or architecture, houses, or, humans, whatever. So it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think if there was a, first of all, like, it might be just because my hand is not used to doing this. So it could be due to, if you do it often, then you get used to it and it's not as much of an effort, for example. And also, if there is a certain technique that makes you kind of do it effortless, quick, more enjoyable, then maybe it's a different thing. Maybe it's just something that I don't know about. But at the same time, at this particular time, with my current skill set, or lack of, I find this quite tedious. I'm not going to lie, a little bit tedious. I prefer doing other things, when it comes to drawing. Okay, so that's his little ears, fluffy, cute, cute. So yeah, his face is quite round at the bottom, and it's really wide as well. So we'll do that. Yeah, cute. That's that. I mean, the eyes could have been a little bit more that wider, but it's okay. As I say, we're doing it first time. If I was doing it the second time, I will definitely kind of try and learn from my mistakes. So we've got that, and then a little bit of fluff here. So this is actually white part, whereas this is like gray. So I might just leave that, just to make it fluffy around here. And then we've got his arms. It's more like, yeah, you kind of have to do it all over the place. And then here's little belly there. Let's build the dark. And then that's his little fingers there. Just do it quite quickly. Okay, so that's that. Maybe just a little bit there. So again, this part is white, so we'll just leave that there. Okay. And then, excuse me, and then, so we'll just do, that's his other arm. Yeah, that's his belly. I'm not sure what's there. So that's his arm. Again, that's white. Excuse me. So that's a little bit there, and then that's his leg there. Actually, it's there. So that's his leg there. I'm just doing it really, really roughly, just to kind of create a shape, you know, around it, just to show the actual body of the koala. As I say, we're just practicing. It's just a bit of a sketching here, but so yeah, that's the white belly there. We'll just leave it there. And then around here, that's his body. Fluffy. Just do it that way. Again, that's a little bit of white there. So, I mean, you know, I went a little bit further. I did draw a little bit more than I thought I would. I thought I would just focus on the face, but, you know, the minute I started kind of getting into it, I just wanted to continue. So I was just going with the flow. So that's another thing, you know, when you start drawing, you might have an idea of what it is you want to do, but actually the minute you start putting a pencil to the paper and you start going with the flow, creativity is what takes you where you need to go. Basically, that's the beautiful thing about being in a flow, drawing creative. It's the same as, like, you know, the musicians, singers, writers. You're basically channeling, and you're basically channeling your creativity. So you know, just go with the flow. You might have one plan, but actually the minute you start doing it, you might go further. So don't stop. If you've got time, just continue going with it. And enjoy it, like it gives you enjoyment. So that's my little tip for myself, but for you as well, you know, if it helps. Lovely. So okay, so I mean that bit, I think it's a leg. I think it's a leg there, because it kind of goes out. It goes out there a little bit. So if we'll just do that. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. Is anybody else experiencing hay fever? Excuse me. I'm back. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Yeah, is anybody else experiencing hay fever? It's just changes in the weather, isn't it? Anyway, so that's that. So I will actually show you the picture. And then the final thing. So we'll put it like that. No, wait. I thought I was gonna be able to make it smaller. So what do you guys think? Is it quite close? Do you think I've done all right? I mean, to be honest, me personally, I don't think it turned out to be too bad. Obviously, it can always be worse. It can always be better. The one thing is, yeah, probably the eyes. And yeah. But I think in general, for the first time, being able to draw a real-life koala from the photo, obviously, as a beginner artist, I don't think it's too bad. I think I've done all right. I've enjoyed it. I laughed at my drawing. I took even further than I thought I would. I went with the flow. I found out that drawing individual kind of like hairs as a texture is a little bit hideous. I don't know if that's something that I enjoy doing at this moment until I find out if there is a technique to make it more enjoyable. But yeah, I thought it was quite fun. And yeah, I learned something, enjoyed it, had a bit of fun, and I drew a real-life koala. Who would have thought? All right then. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you did kind of follow along and if you drew your own koala, then please feel free to let me know in the comments. How did you get on? Maybe share your pictures. Would be lovely to connect over that. Yeah, I hope that you kind of found this video helpful in any way, whether you're learning how to draw or, you know, maybe you're already, or maybe you're just starting to think about kind of starting your drawing journey. I really hope that this video encourages you, motivates you, and just kind of, yeah, helps you in any way. But yeah, so this is my real life koala. Thank you so much for joining again. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider liking the video, maybe subscribing to the channel, share your experiences, tips, advice in the comments below. Let's create a community, let's learn together and enjoy this journey together. Lovely. All right, well, take care, everybody. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you do, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. And always remember, sign your work. Because as I always say, you never know, it might worth millions in the future. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. See you in the next video.